This is a stone relief carving dated back to 884 BC that was found in the palace of a king of the Assyrian Empire. It's thought to depict the practice of artificial pollination of crops. Now, ancient Assyrians seemed to think that pollination was pretty important, at least important enough to be recorded in the palace of a king, but what's so special about it? Well, pollination can be done through water or wind. A large majority of plant pollination is carried out by animals. And while humans like the ancient Assyrians certainly are among these pollinator animals, almost all pollination is carried out by insects. 70 to 80% of all flowering plants and crops in the world receive pollination from insects, most of all from the bee. The importance of pollinators for crops and for agriculture is very well known and well studied at this point, but it's not just crops that need pollinators. So I would like to actually step back and ask an even broader question to help you recontextualize how you think of the importance of pollinators. Do bees affect water? It may seem like a strange question at first, but everything in an ecosystem is connected. And as it turns out, pollinators are actually very crucial for the health of watershed ecosystems. Pollinators, plants, and water form a web of interactions that I like to call the pollinator-watershed triangle. Although, maybe the diagram needs a better name. But let's break it down into a few more easily addressable questions to help understand what I mean by this. How do pollinators affect plants and watersheds? How do plants affect watersheds? And finally, how do watersheds affect pollinators? Let's take them one at a time. First, how do pollinators affect plants in watershed ecosystems? Well, this one's pretty straightforward. Many riparian and aquatic plants receive pollination services from insects. These pollination services are essential for the plant health, and these pollinator-plant interactions facilitate many other ecosystem services. That brings us to the next leg of the triangle, the interactions between plants and the watersheds they grow in. Plants provide many services to the watershed ecosystems, providing both food and habitat for aquatic and terrestrial species, contributing to carbon sequestration, the water cycle, water purification, and nutrient cycling. The roots of these plants also act to stabilize sediments, preventing soil from being eroded into waterways, which is crucial for the health of watersheds, as turbid waters that carry lots of sediments are harmful to wildlife and can increase stream temperatures. Plants also play a very important role in hypereic exchange. The hypereic zone is an underground zone below a stream where groundwater and stream water mix, and this mixing plays a vital role in the cycling of nutrients and contaminants in streams. And while this happens naturally, it was found that vegetation can induce and promote hypereic exchange. So, in other words, yes, bees do affect water. Pollinators promote plant growth, and those plants provide many crucial services to the ecosystem and the watershed. However, we're still not looking at the last interaction in this triangle. How does water affect pollinators? Many pollinators are actually aquatic insects that require water habitats for at least part of their life cycles. Even small water bodies like drainage ditches and holding ponds have been shown to increase pollinator biodiversity and abundance. But even terrestrial pollinators are helped by these waterways. Ponds, wetlands, and riparian zones can provide habitat for pollinators, which can then increase the yields of nearby crops. So yes, bees do affect water, and water does affect bees. Now, these interactions can be quite complex, so more work really needs to be done to study the direct interactions of pollinators and watersheds. However, I think one thing is quite clear. If we want to protect our water, we need to protect our pollinators. If we need to protect our pollinators, we need to protect our water.